How's it going there? I'm Franz. This is September 12th, 2023. This is your town hall for Concrete CMS. What is going on? You may notice it's just me. Andrew's off debugging some technical challenges for a client site right now. So I'm in charge. So yeah, that's it's probably going to be a pretty brisk town hall. So if you've got questions, go ahead and add them to the stream now, and we will address them at the end. Otherwise, it's going to be our typical agenda, moving through pretty nimbly. In general news, let's see. We've been asked about version 8 extensions in the marketplace. So we have version 8 and version 9 of Concrete, both of which are getting security updates and are fine to be using for the time being. Although obviously we would very much prefer people to be installing and using version 9, and that is the way forward. We've already started penciling new ideas that go into version 10 as well. So version 8 is in the past, and while we are committed to making sure that it's still secure, we don't really want people building new stuff with it. So we will stop selling extensions for it in our marketplace before too long. We have already made that clear to marketplace developers earlier in the year that come middle of September, we were going to start sunsetting this stuff. We will not actually be turning things off on the 15th or the 16th when it was originally suggested that we might. By and large, because we have a bunch of other stuff going on, and make sure we do it right. So I guess that means a couple of different things. First, if you need version 8 extensions for your site and you've just been thinking about it but not doing it, now is the time, because we will not sell them forever. If you build version 8, or you have built version 8 extensions and you have not upgraded them to version 9, we are past time. You really should do that, and I would urge you to do it as a new extension. Go ahead, call it the version 9 specific. That's fine. You can offer a special deal to people who had bought the extension recently so they can upgrade into it. It is reasonable for you to get paid to do your work. I know upgrading from version 8 to version 9 add-ons is not just flipping a switch. There's some interface work. You got to change some stuff under the hood. Software needs to costs money over time. So, somebody who bought your extension 4 or 5 years ago for $30 and now we're trying to upgrade to version 9, we want to see you actually make that upgrade. So please do build the extension and charge another $30 for it, because it's certainly a steal at that price. So hopefully that resonates with any marketplace developers who have not finished upgrading their stuff. And don't be surprised as we get into the end of the year here when we find a slow time to say, yeah, we're going to actually turn some of this stuff off and do some cleanup and have a leaner marketplace of extensions that are just targeted for the versions of Concrete that we want people to be embracing for their new projects. There you go. What else? I think that's it for that. In other news, I'm wearing new Concrete swag. So there it is. Got this cool little concrete block there. We also have a more traditional, just a hand. Hope that's actually in frame. Just a hand. You can buy, we have these in crew necks and V-necks, and in this, I don't know how it's showing up, grayish blue, I think it's a heathered blue. So pretty cool. And you can buy these right now on our website. If you go to, I don't know if we have a screenshot of this landing page, but if you go to the extensions page underneath, I think it is just actually underneath extensions. Let me see. Maybe Jess will fire it up while I'm talking. Maybe not. If you go to resources and then click extensions, the bottom link there takes you to our swag page. And from there, you can buy as many of these as you want. Built on top of the same delightful marketplace that you buy your extensions from. So if you have site credits, you can use that to get this stuff. We'll throw some stickers in there for you. If you're in the US, we'll just happily send them to you. If you're in Europe, we'll figure something out. We might try to find somebody to send a bunch to, so we don't have to do international shipping on each and every one. But go ahead, put them in your cart, let me know what you want, and we will get you in the, over here, the newest and coolest stuff. There we go. All right. All on my own here. Moving along to the thanks. This is where we take a minute to thank the community for all the hard work that they do, making concrete a delightful part of thousands of different people's web presence and content creating experience. So as an open source project, we are here on the backs of many others who are doing great work. And we'd like to take a quick moment to just thank some. And this is usually where I get to lean on Andy, who has, amongst many inexplicable talents, one to be able to figure out what these handles are supposed to actually sound like, I think to a pretty good degree, which is perhaps not a talent that I share. So you'll have to forgive me if I completely butcher your name, but I appreciate you nonetheless. So in doing work on the core, actually working on code, I'd like to thank CCM and Leo. I am Tropidade, M. Locati, Dan Klassen, John the Fish, Hamzoybacha, Hishi, and Prizotok. Let me go with that. For submitting GitHub issues, which is also very important, letting us know where work needs to be done. I'd like to thank Hishi, Electronic, Ashonix Ox, Tushufi, Stefan Malloy, Bloody Iron, Kurt Kunin, Ramdej, M. Locati, I am Tropididade, Moriai, Dunk Lawson, Nameka, John the Fish, Dan Files, and First Thomas. And in documentation, it looks like that was mostly us. I'm not going to thank us because I pay us. So thank you guys in the different. I'll thank you guys on Friday. So thank you, everybody else, for everything that you've done. And I guess thank you, Evan, Mike, too. It's good that you're doing the documentation stuff. Those are just some of the people who have been helping in some of the easily measurable spots that we have. Also plenty of people who are answering questions in the forums. I always appreciate that when I see something come in my inbox and somebody else has always just has nailed it before any of my people do. That feels great. So thank you, everybody, for everything that you do. In that vein, once a month we have a special reward. It is the Golden Baton. It is a badge, an honor. You're added to a page on the .org site, and you're actually given $250 of marketplace credit, so you can go buy all of the extensions and add-ons that you've been looking at and thinking that looks cool, but I'm not going to spend my money on it. Enjoy it. You get this because the community has benefited from your work for a long time, and it's just kind of a nod from one community member to another. Last month, the Golden Baton was awarded to Amanda Casola. And this month, we are giving the Golden Baton to a time-tested, old-school concrete aficionado. Look at all those badges. Steve Beach has been around for as long as I can remember. And yeah, 11 years of concrete loving. So super helpful in the forums, promoting version 9. Getting people excited about everything that is going on and having the right answer at the right time. So thank you, Steve. We appreciate you. Here's your Golden Baton and our gratitude. I don't think you hear enough of it. Okay, so weird to not have Andy here. My banter is just to myself. It's time for the PRB. Jess, can we queue up what the peer review board has been approving? Okay, here we go.
Hello and welcome to the Marketplace News. We have a few add-ons to show you this month. To start with, I'm going to show you a couple of accessibility add-ons. Both of these add-ons work in a similar way to add an accessibility widget to the page. where you can adjust the way the page is viewed to suit your own accessibility preferences. Our first add-on is All-in-One Accessibility by Skynet Developer. This integrates to Skynet's own web service, which provides a pop-up accessibility widget. All-in-One Accessibility is free in the marketplace. The service it integrates to has a free tier of access with paid tiers of access for higher levels of functionality and usage. Our second accessibility add-on is Accessibility Tool, developed by Patrick1419. Accessibility Tool is fully hosted within the Concrete site, so there's no external service to integrate with. Again, it pops up a widget on the page to adjust the accessibility settings. Accessibility Tool is $39.95 in the marketplace. That's it from me, so I'll pass you over to Justin and Noor for the rest of this month's news.
Good morning, everyone. I'm JP, and today I'll be introducing Insta Media Gallery by developer Parasec. Insta Media Gallery provides a block type to display an Instagram feed on your Concrete CMS pages, including single images, image galleries, and video. Add and manage media sources in the dashboard. Manually fetch and import media to the file manager, or set up cron tasks to do it automatically. In the block edit interface, choose one or more media sources to display, and among many other basic options, choose whether to use the Concrete thumbnail system or the image helper. Insta Media Gallery is $60 in the marketplace. It is version 9 ready and compatible back to version 8.5.12. That's all from me this month. As I pass the mic to Noor, everyone have a great day.
Thank you, Justin. Let me make it simple. Our next 3 packages are all from John the Fish. The first one is Form Reform Image Picker. If you don't know yet, Form Reform is John's form building package, the closest you'll ever get to having your website actually making you a coffee. Image Picker sounds simple enough, but don't be fooled. It's not a simple image picker. It uses galleries as image sources. So for instance, you could use the core gallery or John's own Omni gallery, or set it up to use any other gallery and use that for a picker. This package is $20 in the marketplace, but you can get it for free when buying Form Reform. It is V9 and PHP 8 ready. Next, we have another Form Reform tool, Form Reform Developer. Because Form Reform lets you customize every aspect of your form, from creating new fields to handling the data at every step, it includes some basic logging tools. But if going further, creating complex forms or writing your own custom pipeline handlers, you will want this package that will tell you much more. You'll get a form structure diagnostic, more logging possibilities, pipeline handler analysis. I wanted to say that's the best bang for your buck, but Form Reform Developer is absolutely free, so it's a total letdown. It's V9 and PHP 8 ready. And finally, Environment Diff, a nifty little tool that will show you quickly the differences between 2 Concrete CMS environment records. Yes, you could just copy those and use a diff application on your computer, but why complicate things when you can do it straight from your dashboard in less steps? This tool will show you the 2 environments side by side with differences highlighted. So now you'll know why your other side has been acting up. Environment Diff is free and also V9 and PHP 8 ready. Well, that's all for today. Thank you and see you next time. Be safe.
Thank you, PRV crew. Always great to see that stuff, and nice to have their work. Also, we'll just share Noor, who was just chatting and is based in Morocco, is doing just fine. And he and his loved ones are safe. So thank you for your wishes, and we all wish that you stay safe as well, Noor. Okay, where are we moving on? We're going to be heading into a show and tell, but before we do that, let's see if I can. There we go. Now we're firing up. No, you got it, Jess. Do it. You had it. We were doing it. It was good. We were going to show off Southern Health NHS. But then I said something and you took the screenshot away. But it's not back. I miss it. Yes! Okay. So found this one out in the wild. There's actually quite a few NHS sites, National Health, whatever, the UK's health system likes concrete. A lot of them are built with concrete, including this one. which is a pretty cool and very functional site. We've got all the different services that they offer, big old mega menus, and some stuff that looks like it's somewhat functional too. Yeah, here we go. It's kind of interesting little pick a letter, jump to the thing nav. So you can search and filter and find what you're looking for. Fall prevention service. Stop falling. There you go. Put some weights on your feet. Safety first. I think that there's a job board. I believe there's a fair amount of kind of structured data in here, which is always interesting to see. Concrete does really well when you have a combination of things like the structured data, where it's like, okay, these are pages that have custom attributes with some nice filtering, and you can build forms to make them so they always look the same. And then on the other hand, those kind of home pages that we were looking at, lots of drag and drop and kind of the web builder experience. So if you're looking for a tool set that gives you the best of a headless and also a middleware based content management system, Concrete's a great choice. Anything else in here that we want to show? The services sidebar. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we've been in here. So yeah, a good example of highly functional, attractive site with also some compliance and kind of security. It's not HIPAA in the UK, but I imagine some similar type privacy concerns and how you're managing this data and is it safe. And Concrete does a great job with that as well. So yeah, a good one for your case studies if you are looking at a client that's like, hey, how can we feel comfortable with our medical stuff on Concrete? Say, well, the UK loves it. Oh wow, look at that, making it so accessible by turning it bright yellow. That looks like a third-party tool to me, but it sounds cool anyways. Okay, let's see. Couple of questions I can think of right off the top. First one is, where can I get those shirts? Let's see if I share a screen of my own. Can I do this? If I share a screen. And I pick this one. Yes, if you go to resources and extensions, and then you scroll down past some of these other guys, you will find this delightful Shop Swag page. And this will take you into where you can get this stuff. So you can use the delightful Concrete block as I am, or just the hand on a flat background. We may introduce more designs. I know this is not quite as youthfully exciting as our old Concrete 5 shirts with the many, many hands. So we've got some other designs in the works. And of course, if you as a designer have any ideas, we'd be happy to hear about them as well. But we did want to get some swag out there. So you guys can represent without the 5. So there you go. I'm going to remove that. And maybe hide that. And then I found this other question. I'm not sure if this is for this week or if it was looming around in the background, but here is a question that we can answer. Can version 9 be edited on phone screens less than 768 pics and there's no edit site button in the drop-down app? Will it be fixed in 9.2? Well, no, it will not, because 9.2 has already been released, which means this is probably a slightly older question, but worth addressing nonetheless. Maybe version 10 will have maybe version 10. Certainly version 10 will have more emphasis on phone first as a whole. So the default theme that we've been designing for version 10 is much more geared towards an intranet. We're building a lot of intranet type functionality with Concrete ourselves, and we kind of see that as part of the future of the platform. Flexible tool set, but lots of flexible tool sets. So we've had a lot of success building intranets with Concrete. We want to share that with others. Phone first makes a lot of sense for that. So I can see an emphasis on, hey, are we thinking about a person's experience on a phone if they're a site visitor and also if they are a site editor? And I think in the world of internets, those start to get more and more blurry. So you'll probably see more tooling to let you do stuff on a phone. That said, a lot of the user experience of Concrete is dragging and dropping blocks around in areas. It is, there's a lot of interactivity to it, and it is kind of a desktop experience. We have danced with making it work on tablets many years ago, and even that was challenging because you don't really have a click state. So it's not really a bug we're going to fix. It's more of like, well, what is the actual scope of a solution look like there? So I can imagine, hey, I could get to this page's composer form on a phone. I could change anything under the gear icon. Sure, that all makes sense. I guess I got a lot of, well, how would that work kind of questions around, am I dragging and dropping blocks around on a page in a phone? That said, would love to have some strong opinions loosely held shared in GitHub on that. So if you want to make a GitHub issue on phone editing experience, and we can tag that as a version 10 thing, I'd be happy to have that discussion and figure out what is the right way to get what people are looking for. I know what I'm looking for, and I know what our clients are looking for, but I don't know what your clients are looking for. So maybe I'm missing it entirely, which is would not be the first time. So yeah, let's get that discussion going in GitHub. I do think that's version 10, as we've said recently. Version 9, we are trying to keep focused on custodial improvements. So obviously anything with security, performance, fixing what we would consider actual bugs, like, hey, we meant it to do this and it's clearly not doing it, so let's make it do what it should clearly do. When it comes to big shiny new features or rethinking interface elements that everybody uses and that kind of stuff, we're trying to put all that thinking in version 10 and keep the version 9 branch going so we can have a more graceful or a very graceful path for people to be able to maintain their version 9 sites and keep them secure, but also embrace the new goodness that will be eventually coming with version 10. Okay. That is most of what I know that anybody cares about. And yeah, it's been a lonely town hall for me, all without Andy. It's been nice to have Jess throwing stuff on the screen, but yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody in a month. I should be back with Andy then, so that'll be fun, and we'll see everybody online. Thanks so much. Bye.